everyone, it's Natalie, and I'm back to share with you my top 10 favorite young adult novels that I read in 2013. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so first up we have The Book Thief by Marcus Sussex. I finally read it and I loved it. It was so good. I cried like a baby at the end, but it was worth it. For those of you who aren't familiar with this book, it's about a young girl named Liesl who's growing up in Germany during World War II. And her whole story is narrated from the perspective of death, which was really fascinating. Definitely read it. It's probably one of the best books I've ever read. But make sure you have a Kleenex box ready because you will be guaranteed to cry at the end. So that's The Book Thief. Read it in 2014. Also by Marcus Sussex, I fell in love with I Am the Messenger. This one is about Ed. He's an underage taxi driver. And one day he starts getting some playing cards in the mail with different addresses on them. And when he travels to these different places, he finds people who need help or need a change in their lives. So Ed has to come up with a way to make a difference. And yeah, it was really cute. The ending, though, I did not see coming at all. It completely just blew my mind. Read this book just for the ending alone because it's really great. Yeah, so that's I Am the Messenger. Next we have Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. So cute, so moving. This book is about two misfit teens who become friends and slowly start to fall in love with each other. Sorry. I actually got to meet Rainbow Rowell in person when I went to a book signing in October, so she signed my copy of the book, which was really exciting. A lot of people fell in love with this book, so if you haven't read it yet, make sure you do in 2014. Then, also by Rainbow Rowell, I fell in love with Fangirl. This one is about Kath, who is just going to university, and she's trying to adjust to all the changes that are going on in her life. And one of the ways that she helps adjust, I guess, is by writing Simon Snow fan fiction. I'm a total fangirl, so I can totally relate to everything that Kath loves and is obsessed with, which I thought was awesome. And it's also a really cute romance. So yeah, that's Fangirl. And I also got that signed by Rainbow when I went to Toronto. If you ever have a chance to go to a Rainbow, I can't even say her name, Rainbow Rowell book signing, do it because Rainbow is so awesome and she's so nice. Then the first book I actually read in 2013 and loved was Altered by Jennifer Rush. This one is about a girl who finds out that her father is doing genetic experiments on teenage boys in their basement. And all these experiments have made them stronger, faster, more intelligent, and she helps them to escape and runs away with them. So yeah, it was really cool. I can't wait to read the next book, which is coming out in January, I think. I will definitely be buying it, though, because I loved Altered. So, yes, great science fiction-y romance. Then we have Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. This one made me bawl like a baby. Oh my goodness, I'm so sad this series is done. I wish there could have been more books because I love Will and Tessa and Jem so much. But it had to come to an end eventually, so she really did wrap up everything great. Good job, Cassandra Clare. And at least I still have the Mortal Instruments to read because I haven't finished those books yet. But yes, Clockwork Princess was fantastic. Next, we have Fuse by Juliana Baggett. This is the second book in the Pure trilogy, and I think I liked it even more than the first one. Fuse and Pure take place in a dystopian world. There are people known as Pures who live in a dome, and they're just perfect, unblemished, regular people. Then you have the people who live outside of the dome. They were there when an atomic explosion went off, and as the explosion happened, they were burned, some people were fused to each other or fused to objects that were nearby when the explosion happened. So for example, Bradwell, who's one of the main characters, was near a flock of birds, so the birds are all fused into his back. Prussia, who is the main character, has a doll fused to her hand. So yeah, the story is about Prussia, Bradwell, and another guy named Partridge, who's from the Dome, as they try to uncover the secrets of the Dome and what happened that day when the explosions went off. Really cool dystopian series. Definitely worth checking out. Then there's Scarlet by A.C. Gowan. I'm sorry, I can't say the last name. This is a retelling, though, of a Robin Hood. But in this version of the story, Will Scarlet, who is one of Robin Hood's merry men, is played by a girl, which I thought was really awesome. I loved it. If you like adventure and romance and action, this is an awesome book to check out. All of my friends who read it loved it. And yeah, it was great. I can't wait for the second one, which is called Lady Thief, and that will be coming out soon in 2014. The next one isn't actually a YA book, it's a juvenile fiction, but I didn't have enough juvenile fiction read to do its own separate category, so I'm putting it in this video. And that is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I was completely motivated to pick this book up after falling in love with Miyazaki's anime version of the original story. So yes, that's Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. For those of you who haven't seen the anime, the story is about a girl named Sophie who runs a hat store. And one day, a lady known as the Wicked Witch of the Waste comes in and casts a spell on her that turns Sophie into an old woman. So Sophie travels out into the wasteland to try to find a way to turn back into her regular self. And along the way, she meets the wizard Howl. And Howl has a reputation as being a bit of a ladies' man. He's known to eat girls' hearts and spit them out and all these other awful things. But him and Sophie become friends eventually. She gets past his rough, personality. And yeah, it's a really cute adventure, lots of great magic. And I was excited to learn that it is a series, so I'll be reading the next book after this one. So yes, check out the anime because it's awesome, but also read the book because there are differences. So it was like reading a totally different story, but it was good. Then last but not least is Just One Day and Just One Year. Those are two separate books. I'm showing you the cover of Just One Year by Gail Forman. These are two books about Allison and Willem. The first book, Just One Day, is from Allison's point of view. She is just finishing up a tour of Europe before going to university, and she's completely disappointed in how her summer went. The tour wasn't what she expected at all. And on the last day, she meets Willem, who is a Dutch boy traveling with a group of Shakespearean actors. And he convinces her to run away with him for just one day to experience Paris. But a series of events causes the two of them to be separated, and Allison has no way to contact Willem. She doesn't even know his last name. So the rest of the book she spends trying to find out what happened that day, who is Willem, and all these other things. Yes, and so Just One Year is the opposite. It's Willem's point of view. It starts off when Willem is separated from Allison and his journey through that year of trying to find her. So both of these books were really cute. I think I liked Just One Year a little bit more than Just One Day, but it's definitely worth a try if you love travel because there's so much traveling in the story, or if you love cute romance. Yes, these are awesome books. I love them. I think I'm actually going to buy myself my own copy. So yeah. And that wraps it up. Let me know what your favorite young adult books were this year, and maybe I will try to read them for 2014. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and have a good year of reading ahead. Bye!